Welcome back to another vlog of Pregnant and Poppin'. About what it was like planning a wedding during a pandemic with a newborn, because it was literally insane. Part of the reason why I'm putting this video out now is because this coming weekend our wedding video will be airing on YouTube right here for everybody to watch, see, and enjoy, because I know so many of you wanted to be there, and one of the crazy things was we weren't really able to have any guests. I get a lot of questions about what it was like planning a wedding during a pandemic. And so first I just want to say that when we got engaged, that was before I knew I was pregnant and before the world went crazy. So we already had months of money invested into our wedding, because as soon as I found out, like, I went and started planning things. My bridesmaids had their dresses. Like, I did that, I want to say maybe 2 weeks after I got engaged. So it wasn't like, oh, we can just scrap this and like revisit it later. A little interruption. Roxy decided to open the door and come in. Okay, so I was saying that yes, we already had months of payments and investments into our wedding. And in our contract that we had, we were getting married at Key Largo Lighthouse in Florida, which is a beautiful, beautiful venue. I thought in the contract that I was getting like a lot of things. It says all inclusive, so I thought a lot of things came in. For anyone who's getting married there, you know, there is extra money you're going to have to pay for stuff. It's not as all inclusive as they make it seem. If you want the real nitty gritty, like if you're thinking about getting married at Key Largo Lighthouse, comment below, shoot me a message or something, and I'll give you the real tea. Not gonna get into that right now. That's another video in itself. The world shut down, and I didn't know. I didn't know if we were even gonna be able to have our wedding. I didn't know if Key Largo Lighthouse was gonna be like, well, no weddings are happening. They didn't reach out and say anything like that to me. So I just was like, I guess we're still doing this. I did contact the manager of Key Largo Lighthouse and asked if we could delay payments, because all work stopped. Like, no one was working. I wasn't working. Paul wasn't working. No one in my house was working. And when we have, at the time, a baby on the way, I just didn't feel like it was smart to continue to put money into our wedding when everything was so uncertain, which was super, super stressful. But then around, I think it was like June, I told them that I would revisit them after I had the baby. Like, I just really wanted to focus on having a positive birthing experience and not stressing about paying for the wedding, that we still wanted to do it, but I just needed to delay my payments, and they allowed me to do that, which I was super grateful for. And there was no like late fee or anything like that, which normally there would be. Like, if you missed like 2 consecutive payments or something like that, they cancel your date, I believe. It's something like that. So none of that was applied to me, I guess, because of the circumstances. So again, I was grateful for that. But I will say, in June, after I had the baby, they started reaching out like, hey, when are you going to make a payment? And I told them, after I have the baby, I will reach out to them. We'll get back on track, we'll catch up, whatever. So I just felt like they were rushing me, and I didn't really appreciate that. Especially considering, like, I know so many people canceled their wedding there, and I didn't cancel. I just needed a minute to have my baby. So in July, I picked back up my payments. Like, I was paying like two months at a time just to catch us back up until we were caught up. And when I think I had one more payment I had to make for us to be caught up, and they were like, you are not making your payments on time. I'm like, yes, I am. We had this, and this is why I always talk about stuff like this in email instead of just on the phone, because I have records to show that I said, hey, is this okay? They okayed it, and then like I was making, like, there's a paper trail. So then they like backed off, and they're like, okay. And then once I was caught up, once I decided to make my payments again, it was super easy for me to get back on track, and we were all paid off and everything. But then it was like make a game time decision of who's going to be able to come. So unfortunately, Paul's family, like his mom, his dad, and his sister, like they weren't able to come anymore because, all different kind of corona reasons. Like some people couldn't get off work because so many people were off because either they had COVID or they had to take care of people, that they were so short-staffed that people couldn't schedule off anymore, or they have underlying health issues and didn't feel comfortable traveling. My bridesmaids were dropping like flies, like one every day. It was another call about, I'm not gonna be able to come, oh, I can't come because of this reason, I'm very sorry, I can't come. And remember, everyone already has their bridesmaids dresses, and I actually bought, like, me and my mom, we got them bridesmaids gifts. And I think and almost every time that I got the phone call that another person wasn't coming, like I cried to Paul, like, I can't believe this is happening. Like the first 3 I was like, okay, because initially we had 9 and 9. So Paul ended up with 8 groomsmen, and I ended up with 1 bridesmaid who came. I think there's 2 things about my wedding that was really difficult. It was that, not having the people that I really always imagined would be by my side. Like when I imagined my wedding day, like those people would be there, and they weren't there. That was very difficult. But also certain family members and friends not being able to come. Like, because of Astro being so young, at the time he was only 5 months old, I did not feel comfortable having him around a bunch of people. Like, my plan was to have everybody get tested, make sure they don't have it, and stay separated. Because the wedding was outside, it would be socially distanced. But yeah, I didn't feel like it was the best idea to have guests and everyone come. So really the only people that were there was the wedding party. And had all my bridesmaids came, I feel like that would have been easier to handle, not having the whole, like, sharing that with the whole family and stuff. So that was difficult. But I will say it was cheaper. So there's the bright side. The bright side of that, it was cheaper, that we didn't have to feed 100 people. It was really small, really intimate.
You think he's just like that? Missy Laws.
And
because of the fact that it was like so heavy on the guy side and really just me and my girl Des, when after the wedding, like for the reception, there was like no reception really. Like it was like wedding and like you do the traditional reception things, and then it ended. So Paul keeps saying that once everything is safe and the world gets back to more normal, we'll have some kind of reception party for everyone to come to. But I actually felt a little sad after my wedding, because I just, you always imagine dancing with all your friends and really celebrating your love and getting to this moment, and just the timing of when my wedding happened, it was still so iffy and uncertain about what was going on that it just we couldn't have it exactly the way that we wanted it, and that's okay because it was still a wonderful experience. I don't care if it was just me and Paul there. The main point of all of this is for me and Paul to be married and join together as one. And that's what I just kept telling myself. What Vicky, my wedding planner, who she made this process so stress-free for me. So if you are in Florida planning a wedding, please contact Vicky, because, and I'll put her information in the description, because she was phenomenal at keeping me calm and handling everything and making our wedding look so beautiful on our extremely low budget. But yes, we took an RV down as a family, so we could avoid going to public spaces, and I didn't want to get on a plane with Astro being so young. So that's how we got there. We went straight there. We packed up with food and everything, so we didn't have to stop anywhere. So we were being as safe as we possibly could be.
For all the people that want the tour of the bus, this is the front, this is the captain station. I just got done my shift. Paul about to take over. Nikita got young Strizzle. Bianca back here in the bedroom. This is a little kitchen space. Now see, this drawing extends when we park, so it's not always this tight. My mom back here, Roxy back here on the bed with the lights. This is the banyo. You gotta go on the road, on the move. So we lit, we out here.
Made it to south of the border. There's my mom, trying to be my twin.
I was driving.
She was driving the RV. There's a bug trying to get me. And Roxy's out here. It's a beautiful morning. We're having a really fun, easy drive. And I'll keep you guys updated. Wedding trip.
No one at my wedding got COVID from there, so we were successful in having a safe wedding. Go us. And so there was a lot of heartache, and it was very stressful planning this wedding and having and overcoming so many obstacles. I just felt like I got hit so much in 2020. No baby shower, really, no baby moon, no bridal shower, no bachelorette. Can't see anybody. Then the wedding didn't go exactly how I envisioned it. Then there was no reception, no honeymoon. So it was just boom, 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 boom. It was just such a crazy year, but I'm so happy to be married to Paul and that we got married at our dream location. We were there for, I think, 4 days. The first day you get settled, and then you have your reception dinner, then you have your wedding, then you have a free day to do what you want and you leave. And because it's so secluded into yourself, Paul was fishing and I was out there, relaxing in the sun, and Astro swam for the first time. It was really such a relaxing situation, and I really feel like if everyone who wanted to come there could have come, they all would have enjoyed themselves so much. But I say all this to say that I really didn't talk much about how it was with Astro being a newborn, because that y'all saw my other video of life with a newborn, and that's what was going on there. It's the first 3 months, the fourth trimester is insane. I had no idea how to balance anything in my life. It was just be a mom at that point in my life, which is why it took me so long to even make this video. But finally, I'm getting back in the swing of things, and Astro's able to be away from me for a little bit longer so I can get back into doing this content for you guys. So yeah, this weekend we're sharing our wedding video. I know some of you may have watched it live on Facebook, and this wasn't the best quality, but we were able to be there virtually, which was interesting to say the least. It's you're there, but not really. We got done. It's gonna be live this weekend. Make sure you tune in and watch it, because it really was a beautiful, beautiful day. I worked really hard to be able to fit into that dress, and trust me, I was spanked up, tights on, all the sucking in that one can do. I mean, I was 5 months postpartum, so there's not that much that you really can do. It wasn't a snapback for me. I had to really work back. I'm still working to get back to where I want to be, but I got in the dress, so shout out to that. All right, y'all. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. If you planned a wedding during the pandemic, let me know how that went for you, what that was like. Did you have guests? I want to know. Let's talk about it. I feel like my experience was crazy, but I am very, very happy that it happened, that we were still able to do it, because I would have been very sad if I lost all that money that I put into the wedding and we weren't able to have it. So glad that worked out. See y'all in the next video.